What's good? We back with the prediction for the New York Jets taking on the Detroit Lions. Monday Night Football. I believe it will be 9/11. Monday night. It's a doubleheader. The second game is at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just a little bit after that, with the Raiders taking on the Los Angeles Rams. So it should be a good night of football this Monday, closing out Week 1. The Jets are a team in transition. They got former defensive coordinator of the Arizona Cardinals, Todd Bowles, has been the coach over there for quite a year or two, maybe 3. Good defensive mind, trying to make an impact over there. And also, we'll do a live show. I think Saturdays are the days we're going to do the live shows, so we get as much as the injury report and the gist of things for even a regular Sunday week for the Detroit Lions, all right? But, yeah, we have the Jets coming in. If you don't know a lot about the Jets, it's different from when Rex Ryan was over there doing his thing. A lot of turnover. Tremendous amount. They will be starting a rookie quarterback, and Sam Darnold from USC. He'll be the youngest quarterback to make an NFL start since, drum roll please, Matthew Stafford himself. Okay, the Jets are a team that's not quite there. They're not expected to make any significant noise in the AFC East this year. That's the division with the New England Patriots, Miami Dolphins, the Buffalo Bills, and obviously the New York Jets. Where they're strong at is I think they got a lot of playmakers at receiver. I think they're strong at receiver to start off there. Robbie Anderson, for my guys that do daily fantasy football, and I do a fantasy little clip for each week for the Lions and their opponents, whatever. All right, Robbie Anderson is a stud. He won't be suspended for some off-season trouble he got into, but he's a stud. They also got Terrell Pryor. They got Enuwa Quincy. I can't pronounce his name. Enuwa. He's really good slot. I think he's coming off an injury. Jermaine Kearse from the Seattle Seahawks. So they have some playmakers at receiver, man. Terrell Pryor had an up-and-down year, mostly down year with the Redskins. Had a great year in Cleveland from transitioning from quarterback. And also, man, they have one of my fellow alums from the Alabama State University at running back from the Cleveland Browns, Isaiah Crowell. Also, Bilal Powell. Bilal Powell is more of a power back. Crowell is he's a balanced running back. But like I said, they will be starting Sam Darnold. So you can see a lot of the 1-2 punch of Crowell and Bilal Powell. Offensive line could use some work. So that's something to note. So if you see the Lions get off and get all these sacks, their offensive line isn't that star-studded from me looking at it as well. But defensive-wise, they got some playmakers. Tremaine Johnson is a huge corner, like 6'2", 6'3", something like that. Came from the Los Angeles Rams. Got known for getting beat deep a lot. So you won't see him a lot on Golden Tate in the slot. He's an outside corner, but he can get beat deep a lot. He's a little bit overrated. Mo Claiborne is another corner. He's been playing better since coming from Dallas. Buster Screen is a good nickel corner. Also, they got Jamal Adams from LSU, really, really good player. Daron Lee, most Michigan fans might know him. He played at the University of Ohio State. Leonard Williams, too. And Leonard Williams from USC, really, really good defensive lineman. If you're wondering, Sheldon Richardson has moved on to the Seattle and now to the Minnesota Vikings. Muhammad Wilkerson is now playing for the Green Bay Packers. Used to be 2 studs on the defensive line for the New York Jets. So, obviously, looking at the Jets, I'm worried about their 1-2 punch with the running backs. And if the Lions load up and try to stop the run and dare Sam Darnold to beat them with his arm, he was known as a turnover machine in college. But one thing he can do is spin it. And Robbie Anderson, I thought he was a smaller receiver. Robbie Anderson is 6'3", and he could run. And if you get Robbie Anderson on Nevin Lawson, that's going to be a bad matchup all day. I would just take my chances putting Tease Tabor on him. If he can't keep up with him, I keep a safety over him. All right? That's going to be a problem. The receivers, Pryor getting downfield, deep balls, but getting time. So if the Lions don't get pressure on Sam Darnold, it'd be interesting to see if the Jets let them rip it downfield, especially with a lame duck at the corner as Nevin Lawson. So those are the things I'm looking for for the keys to success for the New York Jets. Play action, run the ball, force the Lions to put 8-9 men in the box, and then, try to get the matchups on Nevin Lawson and the nickel cornerback, which may be Jamal Agnew or whoever else is the nickel for the Lions, and get downfield. Test their pass rush, try to, get the undisciplined Lions front seven from preseason, which that probably won't be the reason why they undisciplined, just because they play undisciplined in the preseason, and try to take shots downfield and run the ball. That's what will be my game plan for the Jets. They have deep threats in Terrell Pryor. They have a deep threat in Robbie Anderson. All right. And defensively wise for the Jets, you probably want to press these corners and have Tremaine Johnson physically challenge Marvin Jones. But if you miss the jam, or you jam him past 5 yards, it's going to be a penalty. If you miss the jams, Marvin Jones will run past Tremaine Johnson with ease. Tremaine Johnson is a corner that likes to bite and take chances and be physical. If you actually get the matchup of Golden Tate on Tremaine Johnson, it's going to be a problem on the outside of the slot if he can't get his hands on any other guys or Kenny Galladay. All right, that and Mo Claiborne, you want to target their corners. You want to let Matthew Stafford sling it, and you want to target their front seven because they don't have those hogs there no more. Richardson and Wilkerson. You want to challenge a guy like Nathaniel Shepard and Henry Anderson and Stephen McClendon and Mike Pino and guys like that. You want to trust the physical nature. You want to run the ball with a Garrett Blunt and run the ball and get matchups with Kerryon Johnson on some of those linebackers for the Detroit Lions as well too. And for the Lions, continue on defensive wise. You want to dare Sam Darnold to throw the ball. You want to stack the box. You want to stop Bilal Powell and Isaiah Crowell. Crowell can catch it out the backfield a little bit. You want to make this offense one-dimensional. You want to get up and front run on them and make them open the offense up and make Sam Darnold throw under pressure and make those tight throws. Now, we know if those throws on Nevin Lawson, they may be completed, but what Sam Darnold's play tells you from college is if you put enough heat on that ass, he's going to turn it over. Excuse my language. He's going to turn it over, But you want to play tight. You want to be physical with those big receivers. And you want to make them chuck it downfield, under pressure and try to see if you get an interception. You want to take away the quick throws. You want to challenge those big receivers to run the slant routes, to run those deep end routes. Those big receivers can't come out of the breaks like smaller receivers can. So you want to challenge them at the line of scrimmage and bump them off their route and reroute them. And hopefully your pass rush can get there for the Detroit Lions, man. And once it does, Sam Darnold will start giving that ball away. Offensively for the Lions, like I said, they need to take advantage of those corners. Tremaine Johnson, Mo Claiborne can easily be beaten. Stafford got to be smart with the ball. You want to establish the run, similar what the Jets want to do with a quarterback. But you want to establish that run. You want to get matchups with theoretical on linebacker, Kerryon Johnson on linebackers. You want to test Mo Claiborne and Tremaine Johnson, and you want to run the ball, bring those safeties up, play action, go over the top. The Lions should have a fun day with this Jets defense, especially in the front seven. They can't run on these guys. It's going to be a problem. But one thing about Todd Bowles, he's going to bring some exotic blitzes. He's going to bring some real exotic blitzes. You got to be ready to pick those blitzes up and pick them up, and you got to be ready to expose those one-on-one coverages you get with those tight ends. With those cornerbacks. And Galladay, Golden Tate, and Marvin Jones have to eat. Tight ends, and maybe Hakeem Vallis, Luke Wilson, they're going to have to win too. Deron Lee is a fantastic linebacker. Todd Bowles is a hell of a defensive genius. But you got to pick up those blitzes, and Stafford's going to have to go 3. And when he hit the back foot and hit the back foot, you got to let the ball go. If it's 5-step drop, you got to let that ball go. And that's what it's going to have to be for the Lions. Run the ball, play action, get deep. Expose these corners off play action, expose them. On third down with short slant routes and keep it third and reasonable. Don't want to get behind, even at home, to the Jets as far as, your yardage count. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. All right? The Lions are going to need to stay in third and manageable. They're going to have to need to run the ball. And a lot of young players on this Jets, a lot of questionable players, a lot of young guys in the secondary, a lot of guys that will bite at corner. A lot of these dudes will bite off pump fakes, off play action, off double moves. The Lions need to take advantage of this young team and this lack of discipline. All right, but I expect the Lions to win comfortably. It's a hard place to come win on Monday night. And if Sam Darnold does that, it'll be so much pressure on Matt Patricia to drop this game. It's going to be DEFCON 10,000 in the city of Detroit. Monday night it will be rocking. We'll be in attendance at the game, God willing. But I expect the Lions to win 28 to, I say, 17 over the New York Jets. They should win this game easily. Matthew Stafford should have a field day. We know nothing usually easily comes for the Lions, all right? But it wouldn't surprise me if Sam Darnold lit the Lions up, because that happens to the Lions. Rookie quarterbacks, backup quarterbacks tend to light the Lions up. But I'm gonna go ahead and trust what my eyes are telling me. I'm gonna take the Lions 28-17 over the New York Football Jets. I think the Jets have a bright future, as I said in the season preview. I just think the future isn't right now for the New York Jets. But don't forget, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And don't forget, we're going to be doing a live show, preview show. Saturdays is the day we're starting to target it for Detroit Lions. Each week they play. And hopefully I give you some coverage from the game Monday. And I definitely appreciate everybody for blessing us with your viewership. Make sure you share the videos across social media. Tweet them out, retweet them out. If you would like to donate, my donation link is in the description on the PayPal. Not monetized yet. I don't understand the reason. I have to give YouTube a tour. But we're 1,600 strong, man. I definitely appreciate it. Let's get it to 2,000. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And join in on the Motor City Sports Talk family. When the Pistons get to rolling on them as well. Thank you guys for listening. Lions 28, Jets 17.